Imagine an ancient book that describes heavenly secrets and profound mysteries about creation but was left out of the Bible. What does it reveal? And why was it forgotten? Today, we're going to explore the Book of Enoch, a work that many have never even heard of, but that contains surprising revelations about heaven, fallen angels, and the purpose of creation. It's a text that evokes as much fascination as it does questions. Despite its wealth of details, it was excluded from the biblical canon, and its content is unknown to many. So, what does it tell us? And what motivated this omission? If you've ever wondered about the mysteries beyond traditional scriptures, get ready to discover a story that few have dared to reveal. This script will be an opportunity to dive into the profound messages and enigmatic spirituality contained within the pages of this ancient book. And who knows, you might find answers to some of the most universal spiritual questions. The Book of Enoch is a text that challenges our conventional understanding of sacred writings. Its origin dates back to ancient times, perhaps as old as the books of the Old Testament themselves. The work is attributed to Enoch, a biblical figure often overlooked but whose importance is undeniable. According to tradition, Enoch was the great-grandfather of Noah and is remembered for walking with God, an expression that carries deep meaning. The fact that Enoch was taken up to heaven without experiencing death, as reported in Genesis 5 verse 24, places him in a unique and mysterious position, worthy of respect and curiosity. Although its authorship and origin are shrouded in mystery, the Book of Enoch was likely written between the 3rd and 2nd centuries BCE. During the Second Temple period, it was known and possibly studied by some Jewish communities, even before the arrival of Jesus. However, as the biblical canon was being consolidated, it was excluded from the official scriptures of both the Hebrew Bible and the Western Christian Bible. Even so, some traditions kept the book in their canon, such as the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, demonstrating that its influence remained alive in certain spiritual traditions. What makes the Book of Enoch especially fascinating is the revelatory content it presents. Unlike other biblical texts that narrate stories of kings, prophets, and historical events, the Book of Enoch focuses on visions and revelations about heavenly realities. The narrative explores the structure of the heavens, the role of angels, and even prophecies about the end times. According to the book, Enoch was transported beyond the human world, where he witnessed secrets of the cosmos and the mechanisms that sustain all of creation, something that few humans could understand or describe. For ancient cultures, the knowledge described in the Book of Enoch was a sort of key to deciphering the mysteries of existence. It offered answers to spiritual questions that other canonical texts did not directly address, serving as a rich source of interpretations about the nature of evil, the role of angels, and divine justice. The importance of the book goes beyond its narrative. It had a considerable impact and continues to resonate in the spirituality and existential questions of people around the world. Thus, the Book of Enoch is not just an ancient text. It is a window into a time when the boundaries between heaven and earth were more permeable. Each passage seems to leave clues of a deeper connection between the visible and invisible worlds, almost like a code to decipher ancient mysteries. But this depth of content raises an intriguing question: what is so powerful in this book that it was kept out of the official scriptures? The Book of Enoch is one of the most enigmatic works when it comes to revelations about the heavens and their complexities. Unlike many biblical texts that only mention the heavenly realm, it describes its structures in detail, offering a glimpse into the celestial spheres and the beings that inhabit these dimensions. In the narrative, Enoch is transported beyond human comprehension, where he witnesses secrets of creation and the functioning of the cosmos. It's as if he became a witness to the divine backstage, where the grandeur of God manifests in forms, lights, and sounds that could never be fully grasped by the human mind. Among the most impressive aspects of these revelations, the Book of Enoch pays special attention to the fallen angels. These celestial beings, known as watchers, were sent to protect humanity but ended up corrupting themselves and negatively influencing the world. Fascination with earthly powers and attraction to humans led them to transgress divine laws, and the book describes not only the fall of these angels but the consequences their rebellion brought to the world. They are said to have taught forbidden knowledge to humans, such as metallurgy and the use of medicinal plants, drastically altering the course of human history. These fallen angels are a constant presence in the Book of Enoch and play a central role in understanding the lessons the text seeks to convey. The story of these beings' fall serves as a powerful warning about the consequences of pride and disobedience. The book suggests that even spiritual beings are subject to divine law and that their transgressions result in severe judgment. This vision of a heaven where laws are absolute and where divine beings can fail brings a new perspective on free will and moral responsibility, inviting the reader to reflect on their own choices. Another fascinating concept addressed is that of multiple heavens. Unlike the conception of a single heaven presented in many biblical texts, the Book of Enoch suggests the existence of various celestial layers, each with specific hierarchies and functions. In his journey, Enoch describes different spheres inhabited by angels with distinct missions, from those closest to God to those performing distant tasks. This hierarchical and complex concept of the cosmos adds depth to the book's spiritual vision, suggesting a vast and meticulous organization of the universe. These celestial revelations not only intrigue but also challenge. They offer knowledge that seems to complement the traditional biblical narrative, proposing new interpretations of universal themes. The idea of celestial hierarchies and fallen angels influencing humanity continues to reverberate, and it's easy to understand why the Book of Enoch continues to attract so much curiosity. The question that arises, however, is whether these revelations were one of the reasons for the book's removal from the official canon. The exclusion of the Book of Enoch from the biblical canon is a matter that intrigues many scholars and curious minds. After all, if this text offers so many revelations about heaven, angels, and even the destiny of humanity, why was it left out? To understand this, it's necessary to go back in time and examine the complex process that shaped the Bible. Defining the biblical canon involved theological disputes and a careful evaluation of which texts would be considered fundamental to faith and doctrine. One of the main reasons for the exclusion of the Book of Enoch is its extraordinary content. While other biblical books focus on moral teachings and historical accounts, the Book of Enoch delves into themes that challenge the traditional view of heaven and angels. Its descriptions of the fallen angels and their interactions with humans, as well as its visions of celestial hierarchy and multiple heavens, were considered controversial. Some religious leaders feared that the content could confuse or even divert the faithful from the central teachings of Scripture. Another significant factor is theological. In early Christianity, defining what would be a sacred text involved strict criteria, and many leaders questioned the authorship and inspiration of the Book of Enoch. Although it was respected in some Jewish communities during the Second Temple period, by the 4th century, Western Christianity consolidated its canon, excluding it. The Catholic Church and other denominations believe that the book did not possess the same divine inspiration as the other texts, leading to its exclusion. Interestingly, some traditions, such as the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, preserve the Book of Enoch as part of their sacred scriptures, demonstrating that the debate was never unanimous. The decision to keep it in the canon reflects the profound importance it had and still has in certain religious circles. This also highlights the different cultural and religious approaches in interpreting sacred texts and how these decisions have shaped the spirituality of various communities over the centuries. Modern theories further suggest that the exclusion of the Book of Enoch may have had additional motivations. Some scholars believe that the book offers an alternative view on the origin of evil and human knowledge. The descriptions of fallen angels and the forbidden knowledge they brought to humanity could be seen as parallel interpretations that challenge established dogmas. This could have been a risk to doctrinal cohesion, causing the book to be considered dangerous to the faith. With all these factors in mind, it's clear why the Book of Enoch was left out of the official canon. However, this only increases curiosity about it. The exclusion may have helped preserve the mystery but also perpetuated the fascination. After all, why was a text with universal teachings about humanity and the cosmos excluded? This mystery continues to inspire and awaken the curiosity of readers over the centuries. The Book of Enoch is filled with messages and symbolism that, over the centuries, have challenged scholars and readers to interpret their meanings. Far from being a simple narrative, the text uses images and metaphors to explore universal themes such as the struggle between good and evil, divine justice, and humanity's role in the cosmos. These messages, often subtle, offer lessons that go beyond the surface, provoking reflections on the purpose of life and the meaning of concepts like purity, obedience, and wisdom. One of the most evident symbolisms in the Book of Enoch is the role of the fallen angels, also known as watchers. These celestial beings, who abandon their purpose to get involved with the human world, represent temptation and moral fall. Their rebellion illustrates how even beings close to divinity can corrupt themselves, reinforcing the idea that virtue is a constant choice, regardless of the level of spirituality. This symbolism offers a profound reflection on free will, suggesting that just like the fallen angels, humans also possess the freedom of choice but must bear the consequences of their decisions. Another important theme addressed in the book is forbidden knowledge. The fallen angels are said to have revealed to humans secrets about creation that were considered dangerous, such as the use of metals for weapons and practices of divination. These teachings, seen by many as a way to corrupt humanity, symbolize the ambivalence of knowledge. While it offers power, it also carries risks. The text leads us to reflect on how knowledge must be treated with responsibility and ethics, as its improper use can lead to devastating consequences, both on an individual and collective level. Divine justice is another central point in the Book of Enoch. Throughout his visions, Enoch witnesses the judgment of the fallen angels and all those who transgress divine laws. Through these scenes of judgment, the text emphasizes that no action, no matter how small, goes unnoticed by God's eyes. The idea of justice that does not fail and that, in due time, punishes the unjust and rewards the righteous is one of the book's symbolic pillars. This message resonates with the belief that divine justice is inevitable and invites us to reflect on the importance of living according to ethical principles, even when rewards are not immediate. Finally, the Book of Enoch also addresses the issue of redemption. Although it speaks extensively about judgment and punishment, it makes it clear that repentance and the search for a correct path are fundamental. Enoch, as a central figure, represents the intermediary between the divine and the human, and his journey reminds us that there is always a chance for rectification. This symbolism points to the idea that spirituality is not a straight line but a journey of ups and downs, where the pursuit of righteousness is constant and never fully concluded. These messages and symbolisms from the Book of Enoch continue to echo today, especially for those seeking to understand spiritual and existential issues more deeply. But beyond the historical impact, what explains the modern fascination with this book, and what does it have to teach us in our search for spiritual knowledge today? Even after thousands of years, the Book of Enoch continues to capture the attention of readers, scholars, and religious people around the world. This ancient text, which at one point was relegated to oblivion, is experiencing a kind of renaissance today. Its mysterious content and intriguing revelations about angels, heavens, and the final judgment spark genuine curiosity, especially among those seeking to understand spirituality in a deeper and more mystical way. But what makes the Book of Enoch so relevant to the modern world? In a time when questioning and the search for spiritual answers are stronger than ever, the Book of Enoch offers an alternative view on essential themes of faith. It provokes the reader to consider that spiritual knowledge is vast and that perhaps it is not entirely contained within traditional biblical texts. Its narrative reminds us that there are mysteries beyond human comprehension and that spirituality can be much broader and more complex than conventional doctrines suggest. This perspective challenges the reader to reflect on the nature of the divine and expand their understanding of humanity's role in the universe. Moreover, the concept of fallen angels and beings who transgress their mission to interact with humanity touches on contemporary issues such as the impact of wrong choices and the consequences of reckless use of knowledge. In a world where science and technology offer almost unimaginable powers, the story of the fallen angels serves as a reminder that knowledge, while a powerful tool, requires responsibility and ethics. This message, symbolically brought by the Book of Enoch, is incredibly current and connects with ethical dilemmas we face today. The cultural impact of the Book of Enoch is also visible in art, literature, and cinema. From films to series and novels, the figure of fallen angels and celestial mysteries has become a popular theme, reflecting the collective interest in stories that challenge traditional understanding. These enigmatic elements of the book fuel the imagination of many people, creating a link between the ancient text and modern narratives that continue to explore themes of good and evil, light and shadow, justice and redemption. The current fascination with the occult and the unknown, present in pop culture, also finds resonance in the Book of Enoch. Finally, the Book of Enoch symbolizes an unceasing quest for spiritual knowledge. For many, it represents a connection to a time when humanity seemed closer to the secrets of the cosmos and the celestial spheres. Its growing popularity reflects a thirst for answers that go beyond what science and philosophy can offer. By opening the pages of this book, the contemporary reader finds themselves before a work that dialogues with their desire for a greater understanding of the universe and their own existence. And with that, the mystery persists. What does it mean for us, in the 21st century, that such an ancient and revealing text was left out of the Bible? Are we ready to face these answers, or is it the mystery itself that keeps the spiritual quest alive? The Book of Enoch offers us a rare opportunity to explore ancient mysteries, ethical questions, and the vastness of creation. Throughout this script, we've seen how this forgotten text challenges conventional interpretations, inviting us to reflect on justice, free will, and humanity's very role in the universe. Its messages and revelations continue to resonate, showing that even after millennia, the fundamental questions of spirituality remain the same. As we reflect on the impact of the Book of Enoch, we understand that it teaches us much about our own quest for spiritual answers. In a world where the thirst for knowledge and mysteries grows, it reminds us that the spiritual journey involves both questions and answers, and that true knowledge may never be entirely within our reach. This continuous search, however, is what keeps spirituality alive and dynamic. Now, how about applying what we've discussed here? May we view Enoch's lessons as an invitation to reflection and responsibility in our own journey, seeking a balance between knowledge and ethics in our actions. If you enjoyed this content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications to follow more intriguing and profound themes like this one. And share in the comments, what intrigued you the most about the Book of Enoch? Let's continue this conversation together and explore the mysteries that history has left us.